Hey guys, welcome into WagerTalk TV. This is puck time. The NHL season is almost here. That means it's time to start talking some futures. Of course, I'm Andrew. I have Carmine with me. And if you enjoy any of the content or all of it at WagerTalk TV, please hit the subscribe button, hit that bell, and hit the like button to show some love and support to the channel. Looking forward to a great season. And Carmine and I have a great special going for 30 days. Buy one, get one free. If you go to his page or you go to my page and you buy 30 days of NHL, you will get the other person for free. It's a great combo package. You can take advantage of it. We've done 2 videos so far, Atlantic and Metro Division. It's time, Carm, to dive into the Central Division. What do you have for us for a season points under or over in the Central Division?
Welcome back, Andrew. I'm looking forward to an NHL season, looking forward to another big season, and that is a great deal. So head over to Andrew or my page and take advantage of that. Two handicappers for the price of one. It's a great deal, is what I meant to say. At least for 30 days, you can get that. But Andrew, I look at the Central Division, and there's some teams I'm high on. There's some teams I'm not high on, and the Winnipeg Jets are one that I'm not high on at all. I think they somewhat cleaned the house. I think there's still moves that they're hoping to make before the regular season starts, but this is a team just each year does just enough to get into the playoffs, and I just think this year regression hits this team. Their points total right now is at 91.5, and I think enough teams improved in not only in that division but in the Western Conference that some of those gimme points that they got last year aren't going to go their way. I just don't see them getting at 91.5 points. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs either. So I'm going to take under 91.5 points for the Winnipeg Jets minus 115.
Carm, I won't waste any time. I'm on the exact same play as you. I didn't check first to see what your plays when I was submitting my plays, and it looks like we both aren't really expecting much out of the Winnipeg Jets. To me, they need to revamp their roster. They need some more youth. They need to make some changes. I feel like that roster needs a shakeup, and the division's getting more and more competitive, but also a lot younger and faster. So you mentioned you think they won't make the playoffs. Any other teams in that division you have circled to make or miss the playoffs this upcoming season?
Yeah, it's the same thing with Nashville. We saw Nashville last year trying to make a push to get into the playoffs. The end of the season was pretty much hectic in that run out for teams to make it into the playoffs. But that had more to do with the fact that the Calgary Flames had a bad season. And because of that, that kept Nashville in that playoff race. I think it's going to be a down year for the Nashville Predators. The Nashville to miss the playoffs is minus 200. So obviously the books agree. But I'm going to go one further and say that minus 200, as much as this might sound crazy, is a deal, because I think this team should be at least minus 300, maybe even minus 350 to miss the playoffs. I think it's going to be a down year for the Nashville Predators, and that is even with a brand new general manager there, as we know. But it's just a tough across the board. They shipped out some players towards the end of last season. I don't see them making the playoffs, and I think this is a good price. So that's what I'm sticking with. The Preds to miss the playoffs.
Carm, you and I have been doing this show together for a handful of years, known each other for several years, been talking hockey together. I mentioned I didn't check what your picks were. Maybe I should have to keep things a bit different. I have the exact same pick as well. So far in this division, we are 2 for 2. We are on the same page. I'm reading your notes. I'm taking your homework home with me, and I'm cheating because I'm on the exact same first 2 plays as you are. And I like that quite a bit. And I think that it's a good example sometimes in futures where you and I talk about with Stanley Cup odds, divisional odds, conference odds. Sometimes we might take that team that we could end up with a hedge opportunity, or taking that team kind of like how I did in the Atlantic with Boston to miss the playoffs at a big price. But sometimes at a spot like this, you see a minus 200 and you think that number should be even higher than it is. And so that is what we think is value. So at that minus 200, I've locked that one in today. I'm taking the Preds to miss the playoffs. What about player props, season-long player props? This year, more than any other year, I've really gone into NFL season-long props. What do you have for us in the Central Division for NHL player season-long props?
Yeah, this is one where, Andrew, you might have agreed with me on the first couple. You're not going to agree with me on this one, and only because I think we've had this discussion on Twitter and talking to the pucksters that tune in each and every day on our show, and that is Connor Bedard. Does he get over or under 30 and a half goals? Now, I think you like the under on this one. I like the over. And listen, there's not a lot of talent surrounding this guy, which makes it tough. But the fact that he is going to get so much ice time, he's going to be on special teams, whether it's penalty killing, and of course the power play. I think he gets there. I think it's one of those things where they've labeled him a generational talent. I hate those, and I've used that phrase, but I still hate it, and mainly because you put so much pressure on a guy. But I think he's going to have a big season. Over 30 and a half is the number for goals scored in the regular season, and I think he gets there. So I'm going to take the over minus 115.
I'll be cheering for him, Carm. That's the thing. I'll be cheering for him. There's not much talent on that team besides him, so that's definitely an advantage in his direction. That's for sure. We've talked about this Winnipeg Jets team and how we think they might not be very strong. Well, you can still find ways to make money on teams that aren't that strong. I'm going to take Kyle Connor over 84 and a half points, sometimes on a team where there's not that much depth. Similar to what you just stated about Connor Bedard, I feel like Kyle Connor will have to get, see a chiropractor because he will be carrying this team every single night the Jets go out there to play. Over 84 and a half points is the guy out there on the power play, top line minutes. There aren't that many options on the Winnipeg Jets, so they're going to live and die by him. And I think Kyle Connor is the guy to look for the Winnipeg Jets. So I'm not high on the team, but I'm high on Kyle Connor to have a pretty good season, Carm. What do you think about futures overall with this division?
Andrew, one of the ones that stuck out to me when I was looking at the futures, I thought for sure when I looked at the futures market that the Colorado Avalanche would be the favorites to win the cup again, but lo and behold, it was the Carolina Hurricanes, and a bit of a surprise. But you're getting 10-1 on this team, and this is a team where you look at their talent up and down, and they've got plenty of it. This is still a team that has Nathan McInnis. This is still a team that has arguably the best defenseman in the league in Cale Makar, and a team that went through a lot of injuries last season. Obviously, Gabriel Landeskog being the biggest one on that team. If this team can get 100% healthy and have an injury-free regular season, it's all you can ask for any team. At 10-1, almost seems like a steal as the best odds of any team to come out of the Central Division. So, and it's one of those prices where I always talk about hedging. If this team is healthy and this team makes it to the Western Conference Finals, you got a 10-1 ticket with 4 teams left in the race for Lord Stanley. So give me 10-1 on Colorado to win the cup.
I love it. Colorado, I think they're going to be dominant for many, many years to come. And I'll tell you, I'm watching out for player props this year on Jonathan Drouin, former Canadian. He's reunited with his former junior player, McInnis. I feel like he'll be great this year, Jonathan Drouin for the Colorado Avalanche. I'm going to take a look at the Dallas Stars to win the division. Decent little plus price here. You take a look at this Dallas Stars team. I just think that they have the perfect mixture of veteran leadership, younger players, and one of the best goaltenders in the league. And when you're that well-rounded, you can play defense, I feel like that puts you in a very good position. And, certain guys like Tyler Seguin, they're not getting any younger. It's the time is now for players like that to step up and have a really big season and make that push. So looking at the Dallas Stars at plus 170 to win the division, hopefully they can lead the charge, and that great group of all-star forwards can take a big leap this year and have a great year. All right, guys, before we finish up the Central Division, Carmine has a few more points about the division and about one team he wanted to get across. Carmine, what do you have for us?
Yeah, Andrew, actually, I threw up a poll on Twitter, and you obviously missed it because I know you would have commented on this one. But first of all, I know Colorado is missing Landeskog for all of this next 23-24. He's expected to miss the whole season, but with that surgery he had, he's not going to come back. So it's just a matter of filling that spot. It's big skates to fill. But Andrew, I threw up a poll, and just because Connor Bedard, I mentioned Connor Bedard, and going over 30.5. And the poll was, Andrew, and I want you to comment on this quickly. Who will have more, Connor Bedard goals or Montreal Canadiens wins this season? The Canadiens had, 30 wins last season? Connor Bedard's total is 30.5. Give me your quick thought, Andrew.
Carm, you know me. I want to see you win. I want to see you having success. I think the best bet is to play the over on Connor Bedard points. Personally, I feel like he's going to be the setup man. People underestimate his ability to be a playmaker, not just a goal scorer. So I'm looking at his points prop, but Montreal, they're healthy now. I'll take them to have more wins than Bedard goals.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it.
All right.
That's all I wanted to say.
Guys, don't forget to go to either Carmine's page or my page. Grab our 30-day pass for NHL to start off the season, and we'll cash some tickets. It's buy one, get one capper for free. And don't forget, we're doing 4 of these videos. So check out WagerTalk TV. Hit the like button, subscribe, and comment to let us know what you think. See you guys next time.